Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV, and we're here for the review to the round 9 of the FIA Formula 1 Championship, the Austrian Grand Prix. Your winner, Max Verstappen, Bottas coming second, Lando Norris third, Hamilton finishing in fourth where he started after damage to the car meant he dropped off the pace. George Russell missing out on the points, just finishing, I think, 11th. But yeah, we're going to go through the whole weekend in general. But I've got John with me. How are you, mate?
Greetings, Steven. I'm good, mate. Buzzing, with another win, 6 on the trot for Team Red Bull. Something that is rare, but really happy. Buzzing.
Yeah, like you said, it's you can tell Mercedes on the back foot at the minute.
Yeah.
But we'll go into what could lay in store for Silverstone later. But
Yep.
going into this weekend, we were probably expecting the same thing from the weekend before, which is not really anyone matching the Red Bull's pace. The Mercedes seems to be losing about 2 tenths a lap at the minimum.
Yeah.
And no matter what they tried, they could not be able to
Match
keep
it.
up with the Red Bulls and keep up
Yeah.
with Max Verstappen, I think, in general. Um, Trying a new setup. They say they've understand a little bit more about the car, and because the race pace was better, but I don't know, man. It doesn't. I think the only positive at the minute I'm taking from the weekend at the minute is that Hamilton's staying another 2 years
Yeah.
on his contract. As like a Red Bull fan, what do you make of that?
Okay. Of Lewis Hamilton's new contract, right?
Yeah.
Okay. To be fair, like it's like I'm buzzing. Of course, I'm a Red Bull fan, but I'm sure a lot of people like will be like, "What are you saying?" But the thing is that it's good for competition. Like you see the talent of Max Verstappen, and also you're seeing if like one of the best, if not the best driver of all time, Lewis. And Lewis always has been, wanting competition, like level playing field. And,
Mm.
like what a moment to get that, in the following year. Because, like this season, yes, of course, Red Bull, of course, Max is creating a big like a big distance between himself and Lewis. But the thing is that it was going to be very much unfair. Okay, like let me not say unfair, but it's more like we as the fans were going to be robbed if Lewis would win this season and then retire, considering he now would have 8 titles. But it's really good, to be honest, because imagine, like level playing field. You do not know, like next season it's going to be an unknown quantity, but it's very good, to witness this. Because imagine if you would have gone, like let's say Max, like then dominates, and everyone now starts saying, ah, yeah, but if Lewis was there, but it's
Mm.
really good for the sport, and I'm really buzzing, to be honest. Always seeing fight after fight, especially now seeing, Lando Norris, what he did this weekend, was really amazing, especially even in qualification. You also have Charles Leclerc, these drivers, and having a playing field, it's really good with one of the best drivers in F1. So I'm really buzzing, to be honest, as a Red Bull fan.
Yeah, I'm absolutely. I mean, I'm delighted that Hamilton's got the 2 year contract.
Yeah,
I think like you're going into a new sort of
yeah, yeah,
era into Formula One.
yeah,
With the cars that how they're changing. You probably want your
yeah,
best driver in that seat, and
exactly.
their best driver is Hamilton by a mile. So
By a
um,
mile.
yeah, it depends how I mean, yeah, and like I said, like in previous streams, you'd want a big fight between the two, like the best drivers on the grid, and like if you have Hamilton in there with Verstappen, possibly Leclerc, if Ferrari get it right,
Yeah, yeah,
possibly nice if they get it right.
really good.
Russell could be in the Mercedes seat next season, so
Yeah,
man, that could be a really good prospect for all fans in general.
game
But
changer, right?
yeah, absolute game changer. But for me, why I'm for me as a personal Hamilton fan, just want to see him. Yeah, I just want to listening to Hamilton on
It's,
how
yeah,
just listening to Lando's response of what Hamilton said on the radio.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm just for me as a personal like Hamilton fan, I want to see him get his 8th title. I want to see him break that record. Because for me, no one can argue then. And if you're doing it if he did it this season, despite him being so many points behind,
yeah.
yet from Silverstone went on a run like he did in 2018, and
Yes.
win after win after win. That would mean if people don't say to if people say to me afterwards that he's not the best one of the probably the best driver on the grid, I'll be having a fucking argument with them.
Yeah, really, really. They don't know what they're talking about. Really, I'm
You
telling you.
cannot have a conversation. Even now, you can't even have a conversation about Hamilton without the inclusion of being the best driver on the planet
Yeah,
ever.
true. I agree.
The greatest of all time. You cannot have a
Very
conversation
much
about that
greatest.
without Schumacher, Senna, or Hamilton.
Yeah.
Either
Yes,
one of them.
indeed.
So,
Indeed. Indeed. And you
but
know what? Like just go on.
yeah, I was just gonna mention about like how like McLaren and Lando Norris, the penalty
Yeah.
that Lando Norris got. I mean, Connor was on stream; he was absolutely fuming with it. What did you make of the whole incident? Because I think it was just. I mean, what's the point in why we bother racing if that's the case?
Yeah, that's
For
the
me,
thing.
and then if that happens, if that's the case, and we're having that, um, I don't think Red Bull got a right to moan then with
No, not
Perez's
at all.
fouls or Perez's penalties at all. So yeah, but what did you make of that whole incident? Because I don't think that was right in any sense to say before.
Yeah, to be fair, like I understand that at the end of the day, we are all human, like you can easily get frustrated, if things don't go your way. But the thing is that, like I don't want to be biased. To be fair, Lando didn't deserve that penalty at all because he was already on the like if I say on the right side, I'm saying like he was like he deserved, like to have that spot, right? Even though like he's been accused, because now people will start to compare. I don't know if you still recall Albon and Lewis. Was it in 2019? Like whereby he was forced out, by Lewis, and now like people are already now comparing, say, it's the same thing. But to be honest, I really do not understand some of these decisions, like that are made by FIA, or even like the stewards, like because like he didn't deserve it, and fair play for him, like recovering, from that 5-second penalty and also getting on the podium, even though we know that he should have finished the race on PT. But now, like for Sergio, Perez, Checo, like you're celebrating your 200th, Grand Prix race, and you make all those two offenses, like that is unacceptable, like to Charles Leclerc, even though like he tried to defend himself, no, like we're racing, but you do not do that, to be honest. I understand that he was so frustrated, of course, and like it was so much unnecessary for him, like to take a big move like that, on Charles Leclerc, especially early on in that race, because he would have just like got him like he did like last race, like just to simply overtake him, because we know that the
Yeah.
Red Bull car is very powerful. So I like mistakes. Like I remember, like whereby like we're all talking, early in the season, whereby we're talking of Max Verstappen's like inexperience over like Lewis, and he was always making mistakes. But now it seems that like when it's now happening to someone who's got about 10-year experience already in F1, and you're making such mistakes, I just do not understand it, to be fair. But Lando didn't deserve it. But now what Checo went on to do to Leclerc, it's just horrible. Especially
Yeah.
now, like with the cost cap budget, like you just cannot afford, like to be involved in such wars like this. That is why I even respect, Lewis, Sir Lewis, whereby he knows the fights, like to pull out of a fight. He knows when to
Yeah.
engage in a fight. You remember, like, was it in Imola, whereby Max like the first lap, like the first turn, whereby he would overcommit himself. Was it also in Portugal when he also did that? I know, I think it was in Barcelona, whereby later on he was a sitting duck and he took his move, Lewis. So it's really
What was that?
amazing.
Barcelona or Budapest?
Yeah,
Barcelona,
Barcelona.
definitely.
Oh, yeah, I think it's Barcelona, yeah. But I'm just saying, like
Hmm.
Lewis knows because he's got experience, but now Checo also has experience, and this just infuriates me. And this is what is really
There's a
pissing
different
me
level
off.
of experience though. Like you got the experience of him going up from Sauber, right? And then you've got the
I
experience that Hamilton's got.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? What gets me much more frightened is that imagine if George Russell gets that seat, for next year. We're talking of like the same playing field. Imagine, like everyone on the same playing field. You got McLaren, with Lando
Yeah,
Norris, what he's already doing the season. That is having, like every time scoring points. He's the only driver to score points. And like I think he's averaged, is it fifth position, and already he's got third position. Imagine if Ferrari gets their act together next season. Imagine with that driver lineup, that
mm,
it's going to be frightening. So now Checo has done very well, very, very well, but some of the things that he's doing is just silly. Like at Imola, imagine overtaking, like when you're not supposed to overtake, when there's a yellow flag. So some of these things I don't understand.
that I
I
put both. I put both blame on T Mac
engineers. Sorry?
and the. I put both blame on the driver and the team for that because
Yeah,
you should
I
be looking
remember.
out for that.
Yeah,
Right.
I thought you were going to say that.
But yeah, but I mean, we're going on to we're going on to um, hang on, big up Jay and a big hey,
Big up.
it's the Australian Grand Prix. You mean the Australian Grand Prix at Melbourne? Good,
Wow.
11 hour away from the track. It's always been a good season opener. Good season opener.
Mhm.
It's be different to see it at the other end of the spectrum, but the other end of the
Yeah.
calendar. But what I will say, mate, is yeah, definitely go down and watch it. And they are adapting the circuit as well. They're making changes to the circuit to try and make it more easier for overtaking. So you might
Yeah.
wanna.
Melbourne.
So you
Especially
might wanna.
Abu Dhabi. I can't wait.
Yeah, and Abu Dhabi as well. But yeah, yeah. So definitely go check it out, mate. Um, but what I will say is we're coming into what Silverstone, which is Hamilton's home race. He's won in 2015, 16, 17, 19, 20.
Dominating.
Right? He, no. I wonder why anyone just bothers trying to. Anyone might try and like challenge him in that
Discredit.
Grand Prix.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and they've got upgrades coming to the car for Mercedes. Whether it's their final upgrades, probably, given the fact we've got 2022, the budget cap and all that rubbish.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
But yeah, what do you say like towards the British Grand Prix? Do you think confident that Red Bull can stay up front, or do you think Mercedes will peg them back now?
Well,
Come back
to be
fighting.
fair, yeah, to be fair, like I've got mixed emotions here, because like you remember like the street circuit that Mercedes crumbled totally, and Red Bull, like they up their game, in Monaco, in Monaco Lewis finished seventh, and Baku total dominance again from the Red Bull cars, but it was unfortunate that like he had a DNF Max,
Yeah,
but
until 7 laps to go.
of course, yes, of course, yeah. But now, yeah, of course, yeah. But now, here's the thing. We thought that, like our luck was going to run out, going back, like to the normal circuit, in the French Grand Prix, like you think that it's going to be Mercedes because they've been dominating there, then, like after the French, there was the Styrian, right? After, yeah, Styrian, then now, like the Austrian. So you think that, our luck has run out, but I am like, if it's anything to go by, like the last six races, because it's the first time whereby Lewis has never been on like never won a race.
Monaco, Baku,
Yes,
Monaco,
French
Styria.
Grand Prix, the Richard, yes, Styria,
Monaco, hang on. So Monaco, Baku,
yes,
France,
yes,
Austria, 5.
yes, five exactly.
Yeah, 5, not
Yes,
6.
I know. Isn't it six? Because
No, it's 5.
before Monaco there
Remember
was
what happened in Spain?
oh yes, oh yes, oh yes,
Yeah,
oh
but that
yes,
was
oh
the race
sorry,
before, but I did Monaco.
oh yes, oh yes. Like I made a mistake because I thought that after Spain there was Portugal, but Portugal was before Spain, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
won that
My
one as
mistake.
well. So
Oh,
we won.
oh
We won
really?
Portimao. Yeah, we won in Portimao, didn't we?
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
went like
Whereby,
breezing past
whereby
Verstappen like he's not
Max.
even there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, he was on a, like a sitting duck. Yeah, I remember. I now remember. It's not coming to me. Yeah, it's not coming to me. But now here's the thing. Like you think that our luck would run out, but
Yeah.
well, it didn't run out. And so far, like we've been bringing the fight. Of course, we know that Max had upgrades, and at Silverstone Checo will now have upgrades. But the thing is that you just cannot throw everything out in the window and just underestimate them with the form that they are. Considering that like Silverstone, they have been dominating very much. But for me, I'm very confident, like just judging from our last five races, whereby everyone, okay, let me not say everyone was underestimating us, but circuits whereby like you think Mercedes would dominate, like Baku. The last few years, you've been dominating in Baku, but now we changed. Like we changed it all. So for me, I'll be very much confident, especially knowing that Checo will also be having the same specs
Mm.
to Max Verstappen's car. But now, then again, you don't know what Mercedes has got in store. That's why I said it's a mixed feeling.
Well, it
Because
must be a big upgrade because, like,
yeah, it has.
not just including aerodynamic or that's including the engine upgrade as well. So
Yeah,
for me, it's not going to be just one small tweak.
yeah,
If
never.
it's a small tweaks, then I'm gobsmacked. Right? Especially if
Never.
they're going to saying about like we ain't this ain't over yet, or this, that, and all the other. So surely to me they've got something in store.
Something in
Um,
store indeed.
what,
Cause
but we won't know until
yeah, yeah,
until
you
it's
never
set in
know.
stone
Yeah, you
what it's
never
gonna
know.
be. But yeah, it's I don't know.
Cause 2 tenths is it's a lot per lap, mate. It's a
Yeah.
lot. So I'm sure it's
What
going
I'm
to be
saying
very
is
big.
about George Russell. That's 2 weekends in
Oh,
Spain. He's been let down by
yeah, yeah.
Williams, really, because he
Ah,
couldn't do any more than he has done. It's 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 mad.
yeah,
Like,
true.
this guy's
Very.
got no luck whatsoever. He started eighth. He finished in 11th
Yeah.
after a really poor start. Fought his way back up the grid. Was in the points until Fernando Alonso overtook him.
Exactly.
Right, Alonso, man, you got enough points already, man.
He got screwed, by Vettel, so it was
Yeah,
retribution. Retribution. Yeah.
yeah. That bike, and then they had also the incident between Michael and Vettel. I mean, that was a strange accident, wasn't it?
Yeah, very. Especially,
That was a
like knowing
very
that
strange
he's got
accident. You don't usually
he's
see
got
that.
experience, Kimi. I mean,
They both got. I mean, they both got experience. I don't see what a lot that Vettel did wrong, really. Followed the racing line. He
no,
was comfortably
he
ahead of him.
didn't do anything wrong, but it was on Kimi's side and also his engineers, to be honest. Because, I
Mm,
mean, how can you take someone out like that, whereby, like, he was already, towards his side and Kimi just swerved, to him straight on and you have an accident. And the thing is that it's so horrible that it's happening like that,
Oh, look at
considering
that! I
that,
remember that. Look.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, carnage! Two Ferraris take out Verstappen. Singapore 2017. That was such a beautiful moment.
Ah, mate,
Right?
mate,
No,
mate,
and
mate.
that's the
I
thing, right?
remember. Yeah,
That's the thing, right? Back
yeah,
then, we've only just taken the lead as well. We had only just taken the lead. We also had what else did we have? We only just like taken lead of the championship, and during that season, we were about 20 odd points behind um Ferrari, and we still managed to
yeah.
claw it back. We're 32 points behind at a minute, 40
Ah,
points
that
for
was
constructors.
amazing.
So it's like, and in some circuits, it's the same. In some circuits, we've not been good at. Some circuits we've been good at. It's yeah. Me, I would still say for me, I think we can still turn it around, but we need to start getting our act together now. Stop dropping more points. That's what we need to do. We need to stop dropping more points to Red Bull and Verstappen if we're going to have any chance of retaining our titles.
Very much, without doubt, without doubt. The thing is that if there's if there's a team that can do that, it's definitely Mercedes.
Mm,
Would be very wrong, like to count you guys out of it, because anything can just happen. You see. But now the thing is that it all goes back to the issue of upgrades. Because like every time Lewis is interviewed after the race, like he's like, I'm really amazed, in terms of like the straights, how fast
mm,
Red Bull is, and if they do not address those issues, because before the show started, you were talking about it's a lot to lose 2 tenths, every like per lap. That's a lot. And if you continue like
mm.
that, there's nothing at all. So it's going to be, like Silverstone, I think it's going to be a make or break situation for you. Because to be honest, if you wait to have those upgrades, after the break, I think it will be too much late, to be honest. That's what I think,
Yeah.
to be fair. That's what I think. Especially, like it would be good to help, Lewis, like of course, yes, Red Bull, like we're creating a gap every time, a gap,
Yeah,
and these are the points that you have to fight for. And Silverstone is going to be very important. Do you reckon that the upgrades are going to come in Silverstone, or maybe after the break? Or maybe they'll say, let's not
the
rush it.
upgrades are coming. None of the upgrades are going to come for Silverstone. I
Oh,
don't
it's
think there's
going
a
to be
point. I don't think
going to
there's a
be
point.
scary, mate. Yeah, it has
So
to. That's the home Grand Prix, right? Your home
yeah.
Grand Prix. Oh,
So yeah, we're gonna move in to the driver and team ratings.
okay.
Give me a minute. Right. What? Reset that. There you go.
My favorite part of the show.
Yeah. So driver and team ratings. Here we go. Right. Starting from the back of the grid, so we're starting with the Haas. Just should we just like put them in trash? Or just,
Yeah, trash. Let's not waste
just
time there.
let's just leave, not waste time. Right.
When-
Extremely. Just put okay for Mr. Schumacher because he can't do any more than what he's doing. Right.
yeah,
But the
true.
rest of it just trash. Just leave it. Right. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo.
Poor weekend. Really, they had a really poor weekend with Giovinazzi. Giovinazzi
Very poor.
was very, very poor. Raikkonen was extremely poor. Right. I mean, how do you have that accident at the end? I don't know. Right. That beggars belief. Make sure to leave in the comments if you disagree or agree.
Yep.
So that's Alpha. So for the team, it's just been an extremely poor weekend. We'll move on to Alpha Tauri. So they started what? They started 6th and 7th, didn't they? They
Yep.
did. And when did they finish? They finished
Ninth
9th
and
and 12th. Ooh, that's not good. Not
not
very
good
good.
at
They
all.
were in the other. They were on the opposite strategy with
Yeah,
the softs, so they had to do 2-stop.
yeah. And don't
So
forget the clumsy penalty that Yuki got.
yeah, that Yuki. I'm sorry, you're going in the trash bin, mate. Yuki's going in the
Yes.
trash bin. I'm sorry. How can you do that twice?
I
You,
mean,
you fucking idiots.
I don't think he's
Uh,
going to get his contract renewed. I don't see it at all because they've got a good car. They have a good car. I'm sure you can confirm with me. They've got a good car, but they're just messing it up. I just don't understand it.
yeah, I don't understand what he's doing.
Because
Gasly
yeah,
poor.
Gasly, poor. Because 6th to 9th,
Yeah, 6th to 9th's not good enough, man. So
especially he
Alpha,
has to be
so
fighting for
Alpha
his
Tauri
life.
had a very poor weekend.
Very poor.
Yeah. We're gonna move on to Alpine.
Alpine, okay.
So
Ocon.
Alonso and Ocon. Alonso got
Uh,
himself what? I think
1 point.
1 point.
George Russell. Yeah,
Where did he
ahead of
qualify?
George
Where
Russell.
did he qualify? Where did he qualify actually?
He qualified as 12th.
Okay,
Oh, 13, 13, 13, 13 plus 13.
okay, and then Ocon finished
Ocon, don't
in
get me started.
yeah, but
After,
that was shit.
yeah, after, like before he signed the
He's going in the
contract,
trash bin.
yes, before he
He's,
signed the contract, he was so good. The
big up
first
Bushan. Hello, mate. How are you?
big
Nice to
up,
see you in the chat. Do hit the like button and subscribe button as well. Right,
yeah,
do football content by the way. We're
yeah.
just doing iPhone content today.
Did you
Uh,
notice, Stephen, that the first 5 races, Alonso was being whipped by was being whipped by Ocon. And after he signed that contract, in Monaco, like he just went quiet just like that. To be honest, he hasn't been good, and he's got a very good contract on his hands. And the car, I'm sure it's good, but how do you explain that? Yeah, I like his trash.
Yeah.
He has to be.
I get your point, man. I get your point.
Yeah.
But
Alonso, where did you put him?
Alonso was gonna put in a good weekend.
Yeah,
Decent
good
weekend.
weekend. Good weekend.
Good
1 point
weekend.
is yeah.
So Alpine have had a okay. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna move on to Aston Martin. No, Williams actually. Sorry, we end on Williams. Shit.
Yeah.
We end on Williams. Oh shit.
Latifi, please. Please,
Latifi
Latifi.
got himself up to 15th. Not bad.
Mm.
Russell just missing out on the strategy. Jesus Christ, what's this guy got to do, man?
Did you notice that
I
every
think he's
time
okay. I don't think he'd done anything wrong, to be honest.
Russell?
Yeah, okay for me. He's not done anything wrong.
To be honest, I think he has to get a good, because every time the team always screws him up. Remember, like last week,
Yeah,
whereby he missed by 8 thousandths of a second, to get into,
TV,
Q3 with that car that he has.
TV
Okay,
had a okay. Yeah. So in all, Williams bang average.
bang average, yeah.
Bang average. Right. Love from India. Big up, mate.
Big up.
I hope the situation in India is okay, man.
Mm,
Because I heard it's really bad over
true.
there. So
Yeah, true.
yeah, I hope it's all good and make sure you stay safe. Aston Martin, Lance Stroll, he finised
Last row
13th.
finished 13th. Poor. Poor.
And it got Sebastian Vettel. Oh my god,
DNF.
he's going in the trash bin. Like, how can you have an accident on the last lap with that? Honestly,
Accident. Yeah.
no, come on.
And
You're
also what he
five-time world
did.
champion.
Yeah.
Between
And
you've got
also
5 championships. Come on, Jesus. I mean, like I expect Red Bull to do that. You mean you did that sort of thing at Red Bull, man? Leave it out. Right? I thought you've gone past the 2010 saga. Jesus Christ.
oh no.
Remind me, what happened in that race? Who won it
Come
as
on,
well?
don't get me.
Who took the spoils?
Come on, don't do this to me, mate. Don't do this to me. It's been 11 years ago.
I think it was Mr. Hamilton, wasn't it?
He's a set. That's all I know. It starts with a set.
Oh no! I'm just gonna make this point, and then what happened was, right? Fast forward 8 years, Baku 2018. What happened?
Ooh, I remember that mistake that he
Red
did.
Bull.
That proved costly. Oh,
No.
Ricardo. Oh, Ricardo and Max. I remember.
Yeah, what happened 8 years later? Yeah, oh my god, it was Turkey take 2. And who benefited?
Come on.
Who won the Grand Prix? Thank you very
Come on.
much.
Come
What
on,
we
mate.
need is we need you and Perez to fucking take each other out. Right? That was means Hamilton will win the spoils easily.
Come on, mate. I thought bygones are bygones. Let bygones be bygones, mate.
We're trying to let bygones are bygones, but you keep bringing the past back up by doing the same thing. Right? These Mercedes learn from their mistakes, for God's sake.
Of course. I remember 2018 was not good at all.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. Yes. Extremely poor.
Yeah, poor, really.
Very, very okay. Very poor. Okay, put them 3. Okay, we're gonna go to Ferrari. Ferrari. They had a decent, okay weekend.
5 and 8. Leclerc got screwed by Checo.
Yeah, he had a good race, but he got screwed by Checo.
But did you see that undercut? That undercut that Checo did on him was really good.
I did.
Science got
Science had a
five.
very. I think
Very
Science
good.
should get an 8. He had a very good weekend.
Yeah. Because he's got
So,
10 points. 10 points.
very good. Good weekend by
10 plus
Ferrari.
440.
Then we're gonna move on to McLaren.
Ooh, McLaren.
And he had a
Really good.
very good weekend.
Yeah.
Ricardo finally got himself a good weekend with the
6
team.
points.
Norris
21 points from.
Norris was driver of the day. I don't give a fuck. Right? Like, he's driver of the
Okay.
day, mate.
Yeah,
Right?
of course.
Again, which means they had a top class weekend.
Yeah, top class. Both cars scoring points this time rather than Lando's
I'm
car.
gonna go to Mercedes, and I'm gonna shock people here.
I'll let you do it. Oh,
Hamilton extremely
really?
poor. Poor.
Oh, because you damaged this car. Yeah.
If I was gonna be lenient, I'd say very poor.
Hey, for real,
Wasn't
mate.
good enough.
Yeah.
Wasn't good enough. I know
Yeah,
you're stuck
not
with
good
Norris.
enough by the
I know you're
standards.
stuck- Yeah, by his standards, we're saying he's not, by his standards, it's not good enough. I mean,
Not
I
at all.
know we've raced, he's done all sorts, in terms of trying to get the most out of the car, but Bottas was coming back at him, and he pushed his car too much. So Bottas had an okay weekend, I'd say.
What is finish second, mate?
Bang average.
Finish second. Yes.
So all in all, very poor weekend for Mercedes.
Yep.
Red Bull, Perez in the trash bin.
Trash. Considering it was his 200. Yeah, I agree with you.
He was a cause a lot of the drama. At least he made it entertaining. I'll give him that. Max Verstappen gets a 9.
Yeah. As expected, yeah.
Yeah, can't really say much else. Then Red Bull get
good because we managed to get 34 points.
Well, bang average actually, because we expected
34 points and you got 30,
yeah,
mate.
but you expected yeah, but how many penalties did you pick up?
Yeah, okay.
Picked up 10 seconds of penalties, mate.
Thanks to Checo. Thanks to yours truly, Checo.
Yeah, thanks to Checo. So it could have been
and
a podium
sportsmanship.
position, but no.
True.
So those are the ratings for this week. You can put in the comments below if you agree or disagree, right? But driver of the day being, I think driver of the day is Norris. The flop of the weekend.
Oh,
the flop of the weekend has got to be Perez.
Sorry?
For the flop of the weekend, I'm
definitely
Perez.
without doubt.
Perez as the shout.
Without doubt, a bad loser.
Yeah.
Without doubt.
So that's me.
Driver of the day could have easily gone even to Ricardo because he had
that's a good
very
point.
good.
Ricardo's in for a shout as well.
Yeah.
I think Norris just over the weekend.
Yeah, of course, Norris definitely after recovering from the penalty.
A lot of things is the whole weekend in general as well. So
yeah,
but
and even giving him giving Lewis that space for him to overtake. For me, I say to myself, it's because McLaren owes Mercedes because they've got the power engine, right?
Yeah, so why didn't Norris just back off?
Yeah, and and I'm sure you still recall that pit stop. Was it pit stop in the France, like in France, the French Grand Prix, whereby Gasly, screwed Lewis over.
Baku.
You remember? Oh, Baku, right? Oh yes, Baku. Yeah, Baku.
Agent Gasly, mate.
Yeah, Agent. So this time it was Lando, right?
Yeah, Agent Lando. That's what it was. Agent fucking Lando. I'm like, who's got your fucking power engine, you idiot? Right? Are you mad?
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. But to be honest, I really think that they're going to suffer next season. I hope they don't suffer a lot, McLaren, considering like next season. I don't know if they'll have the Mercedes power engine. I doubt it very much. But exciting times to see, considering Lando already has shown his capabilities. If given a fast car.
Just watching a bit of the IndyCar with Roman Grosjean in it.
Roman.
Good to see him back in some sort of racing series.
Yeah. When is he going to be in the Mercedes car? Because every time
I
it's
think
just being postponed.
yeah, it's due to travel restrictions. I think as soon as the travel restrictions ease, and then they can
Yeah.
do it. They might do it because they want to do it around the French Grand Prix, so that's why. But
Ah.
we'll have to wait and see. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, hopefully Mercedes can bring some updates to make it a bit more interesting. Because I think those
Yeah.
those double races in Austria, like, so they were just like watching Mercedes last season streak out in front, and it's just boring. You know who's going to win. If you know what I mean. So but it is true, isn't it? This is just,
Well,
it's,
history. Based on history, right? But based on
it's
form.
exactly, but it's exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened all those years. It's exactly what happened last season when Mercedes just pulled away, and we all know who's going to win. So it's yeah. Um,
Well,
Hopefully they'll
yeah.
bring some upgrades. It'll make it a lot more.
Interesting.
Hopefully they can tip the balance with those upgrades. I think
Yeah.
Hamilton, what he just needs a car that's just half a second faster and brings it back level. If he
Oh,
brings
half
it
a
back
second. That's
level,
a lot.
no, but if he brings back the car level to what Red Bull have got, right,
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't got a problem. He'll beat Verstappen because he'll force
Because of
Verstappen into
experience.
mistakes. He'll force
Yeah.
Verstappen into so many mistakes. It's unreal.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
But
But yeah,
fingers crossed that will win it.
we'll wait and see if it actually does materialize or not. But make sure to
Yeah.
hit the like button and subscribe button. Make sure to hit the share button as well. Um, Share on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Make sure to hit the members button as well and become a member today as well. And help support charities fights against children with disease foundation. And we're back at 7:30 with the match reaction between England and Ukraine. So it's coming on. So, yeah. Until then,
Cheers.
bye. We'll speak to you guys soon. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.